Fantastic weather, and what a massive loads of fantastic fighters coming in for 8 fights, what is going to be split into preliminary fights and 5 fights main card. Now today all fights is going to be on the international level, with Daniel Winter taking in Nowiński, so the Polish prospect for the fight. Now key thing for today is going to be a catchweight. The gents decided to fight in a mutually agreed weight limit. It's going to be a bit heavy for Winter, but he's champ for no reason.
Yeah, I've known Dan for a long time. It seemed like he was dirty bulking for about 10 years, so this is quite a natural weight for him. It took quite a bit of effort to get down to 96, so I was really impressed when he done it. So,
two elite fighters from Polish and UK national teams, two great individuals that's going to headline today's event. But boy, oh boy, the co-main event today is going to be Bogdan Raczyński, #1 contender in Poland, just short of the PWR championship belt. Will welcome a debut in the PWR, but not a debutant at all. Johny Porter, the vagabond, comes to Poland to prove his prowess. That's well proved throughout championships all around the world. Now coming into PWR.
absolutely incredible fighter.
for now. Potentially, though a debut, this is a title eliminator for the next fight against MLU. Middleweight belt on the line. Very good. Next up, Kari, Kivisto, Michał, Głowacki, massive lads.
Two absolute units here getting into the list. The power that's going to get generated between them is not to be trifled with.
I'm glad there are no windows around here. They would be shattered just from the thunder of these lads fighting in here. Number 1 and 2 in the heavyweight division. Potentially, again, if either one would win, it's a very short wait for the belt. So we might hear another call out for this time for Bogusz.
Let's hope so.
Fight number 4, it's Paweł Karczewski and then Mehew. Now, this is, again, not a newcomer. Paweł Karczewski reigning the top 5 for a couple of years now, losing only to the very top guys. And he will welcome, well, another prospect this time from the UK.
Yeah, so Dom, he started training many years ago with us. He's a bit of a break from the sport, but he's just come back. But he has been relentlessly training with Dan Winter in the gym in Nottingham. If you're on social media, you've probably seen him. He's quite relentless with a really good training program. He's been in, done some boho, he's got some other bits and pieces. He's got a good background in combat sports, so I'm excited to see what he pulls out here today.
He's a very solid fighter, and with a short record of just 1-1, he got already a couple of highlights that you can see online on social media. Now this is gonna be a very fast-paced fight.
Absolutely.
I'm really looking forward to my category, my weight division, so I'm really looking forward to see who's gonna be fighting up next. And the first fight in a main card is going to open with Habry and Głowienka. This is going to be ladies fighting, but again, top level.
Absolutely. Jenny's come up in the past few years with absolutely relentless training again and has really shown absolute phenomenal performance everywhere she's gone. You can't overestimate her, really. She's an absolutely incredible fighter.
Jenny, one of the most prominent figures in female medieval combat. She's a UK champion at this stage, world champion in her division, absolute unit. She's gonna face Głowienka. She only has one fight on her record, but the progress we recently seen from her and the attitude, she wants every challenge that is thrown at her. She's ready for anyone. That's why she's taking today, Jenny.
She's hungry. Let's see if she's got it.
Oh yeah. For the prelims fight, we still have great fighting because number 2 in middleweight, Jacek Musiał, is gonna take on Rodrigo Pineda. So Jacek Musiał won the Grand Prix for the belt contendership. He didn't want to fight it then. Still decided that wants more time to be properly prepared, and he will welcome the Mexican phenom Rodrigo. He has been fighting abroad. He has been fighting in the biggest American federation, scoring big wins there. But now let's welcome here Rodrigo for PWR, for the best of the best competing in this sport.
It really does show you the reach the organisation's got and the talent that it can draw on, that you can cross oceans and have those fights.
Oh, for sure, and all fights international stage. And again, number 2 fight in the prelims. It's Frei versus Nielsen. Again, international contendership. It's Italy versus Denmark. Some newcomers, debutants to the PWR organization. We're very glad to welcome new faces, new talents, and grow the roster each season, each event. And the whole event is going to start with 2 big boys again, fighting on around 100 kilogram catch weight. It's Mateusz and William Watts. Now this is a Polish-Denmark fight. Iron Wolves, the team that brought Danes here, is a prime force in Denmark and one of the best teams in Bohurt worldwide. I'm very curious to see how their homebred talents are going to look in the pro fighting in PWR.
Absolutely. I was talking to the coaches just before this. These guys, as you say, it's their debut. So they've got high hopes for them. They've been training them really hard, and they're really excited to get in there. You can see the buzz of them.
And although Mateusz has only one fight in PWR, he has been a long practitioner of medieval combat, one of the pioneers in Poland. Many years ago, top bohort fighters, took some time to deal with injuries, now coming back with massive force. So this is a firework display to start off tonight's show.
It's a common thing. You can't rely on those records sometimes, especially in sport like ours. People could have been doing it for a decade and they've got wins and losses that weren't even counted.
Exactly, and it's a sport where you can transition from any other martial arts and be very successful in. So a record of 1-1 here can be backed up by massive experience coming up from mats, rings, and cages from other divisions, other sports, and these are phenomenal athletes.
Yeah, I really do enjoy seeing people transition across. Sometimes they transition across really easily. Other times you really see how nothing can be adopted without being adapted, and you see how some people will struggle with that adoption. I've seen Muay Thai fighters come in and really struggle with the weight where they've got a very bouncy stance and they blow themselves out very quickly. That's always really interesting to see.
And it's great to have this various backgrounds with all the fighters, because hopefully we're gonna see tonight the whole breakthrough of what medieval combat is. It's not only fencing, it's not striking with the swords or falchions, it's sword strikes, it's shield strike, punches with fists. So the full boxing, Muay Thai range, because kicks allowed, wrestling allowed, ground fighting even. There are no submissions, no thrusts, so no stabbing. But apart from this, anything goes.
Anything goes. That's why I love this category so much. Seeing people transition from bohurt to pro fight, I think really makes you a better fighter, because no one's coming to save you. You can't just go to the ground. That just makes it worse. And it really asks you who you are.
And of course, styles make fights, but at this level, in this division, in this federation, you have to strike, you have to fence, you have to wrestle, and you have to endure 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. This is what we're going to see tonight. Only experienced fighters, only toughest challenges. So only the toughest ones will survive. And as you said, the ground will not save you, and there is no second stage. If you lose, you lose.
And of course, the rules just changed now, so that we've got an extended ground time down there, 30 seconds for 3-minute fights. I think that's plenty long enough, and that's 30 seconds each time they go down. So if somebody figures out they're a better wrestler than you,
oh yeah, and still, this is not only strikes that matter and the volume of it. The marshals will look for really the damage delivered, and the fighters are all very much made aware that they are to deliver damage and entertainment. And this is what we're going to see tonight. And now let's welcome Krzysztof Olczak in the list.
Witamy Państwa bardzo serdecznie na gali pełnokontaktowych walk rycerskich PWR 11, która otwiera Grunwald Arena Cup, międzynarodowy festiwal walk rycerskich. Czeka Państwa 8 międzynarodowych pojedynków w 5 kategoriach wagowych. Walki odbywać się będą na dystansie 3 3-minutowych rund. Dozwolone i punktowane są mocne i osadzone ciosy mieczem, tarczą, pięścią, łokciem, kolana i kopnięcia, obalenia oraz 30 sekund walki w parterze. Zabronione są pchnięcia mieczem, ciosy w kark, krocze i stopy, duszenia i dźwignie bólowe. Sędziowie ogłoszą zwycięzcę poprzez werdykt punktowy, ogłoszenie nokautu lub poddanie. Organizatorem wydarzenia jest Muzeum Bitwy pod Grunwaldem oraz Federacja PWR Pełnokontaktowe Walki Rycerskie. Galę swoim patronatem objęło RMF FM, TVP3, Koper TV. Partnerami wydarzenia są Federacja Bohurt International oraz Rycerska Kadra Polski. Przywitajmy serdecznie skład sędziowski dzisiejszych zawodów. Sędzia główny Monika Karczewska. Sędzia techniczny Marta Kochyt. Sędziowie punktowi Izabela Misztak-Kula, Staszek Kula, Monika Karczewska, Jason Cope. Sędzią ringowym dzisiaj będzie Piotr Herkowski, a wspomagać ich będą Borys Kula i Agnieszka Gajda-Wierzchowska. Zanim przedstawimy Państwu bohaterów dzisiejszego wieczoru. Zapraszam w szranki przedstawiciela Muzeum Bitwy pod Grunwaldem, pana Patryka Kozłowskiego, aby oficjalnie otworzył tegoroczny Grunwald Arena Cup, międzynarodowy festiwal walk rycerskich.
Szanowni Państwo, w imieniu gospodarzy Muzeum Bitwy pod Grunwaldem, pani wicedyrektor Emilii Nowickiej, witamy Was na Międzynarodowym Festiwalu Walk Rycerskich Grunwald Arena. Szanowni Państwo, tym turniejem rozpoczynamy cykl letnich walk w Grunwald Arenie. Obejrzycie Państwo w ciągu najbliższych 3 dni walki indywidualne, grupowe, walki kobiet, mężczyzn, to już jutro, a dzisiaj pełnokontaktowe walki rycerskie, na które jeszcze raz serdecznie zapraszamy.
Witamy wszystkich bardzo serdecznie, tak jak pan Patryk Kozłowski powiedział, w ramach w Muzeum Bitwy pod Grunwaldem, przepraszam. Liczymy na dobrą zabawę, twarde walki, no i grę fair play. Także uważam, że festiwal możemy rozpocząć.
Dziękujemy bardzo przedstawicielom muzeum. No a skoro igrzyska zostały otwarte, to przywitajmy gromkimi brawami bohaterów gali PWR 11. W szranki wzywam William Watts, Dania! Mateusz Lis, Polska! Max Frei, Włochy! Oskar, Nielsen, Dania! Rodrigo, Pineda, Meksyk! Jacek, Musiał, Polska! Barbara, Głowienka, Polska! Johny, Habry, Wielka Brytania! Domonic, Michał, Wielka Brytania! Paweł, Karczewski, Polska! Michał, Głowacki, Polska! Kari, Kivisto, Finlandia! Johny, Porter, Stany Zjednoczone! Bogdan, Raczyński, Polska! Kacper, Nowiński, Polska! Oraz Daniel Winter! Wielka Brytania! Wielkie brawa dla naszych zawodników. Dziękujemy im bardzo i zapraszamy Państwa za chwilę na pierwsze starcie.
As mentioned before, first fight of tonight's PWR 11. In the preliminary fight card is going to be Mateusz and William Watts. Now, Barney, what you mentioned before is almost twice the difference in age. It's it's weird, but let's see how the old wolf is gonna take on the very young one from the Iron Wolves team.
I'm an older fighter myself, so there's a certain point where you have to
Przygotujcie
fight
się
young
na
people,
starcie
but you do have to take it
w
into
limicie
consideration.
wagowym do
He's gonna have a
105
lot more.
kg. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3-minutowe rundy. W szranki wzywam William Watts!
William Watts making his pro fighting debut already in the PWR Federation in the top division that you can take out if it comes to the roster sport level, and already in this legendary arena he is in. He's going to be fighting with a sword and a steel buckler. He's going to go for a lot of damage, for some wrestling. Let's see how his well-rounded game is going to be at this very young age, especially against such athletic and such
A jego
skilled
przeciwnik będzie Mateusz Lis!
Mateusz Lis with 9 fights on his record, 7 wins, 2 losses. All gathered up around a couple of years, good years. He's plenty of experience, but coming up of some serious injuries. Let's see how his athleticism is going to keep up with his age. Not easy at this stage, but definitely last fight in the PWR New Blood showcase that he's more than ready to take on either big challenges, new names, or young fighters alike.
Yeah, so as an older fighter, you do have to factor into your game plan. You get someone
Narożniku niebieskim 21-letni, 97 kg wagi, 193 cm wzrostu, 0 wygranych i 0 porażek na koncie, reprezentujący klub Iron Wolves oraz miasto Aalborg, Dania, William Watts! A jego przeciwnikiem w narożniku czerwonym 40-letni, 104 kg wagi, 194 kg wzrostu, 7 wygranych, 2 porażki na koncie. Klub Fabryka Świń, miasto Gdańsk, reprezentujący Polskę, Mateusz Lis! Sędziowie gotowi. Runda pierwsza. Walka!
Starting off hard, Mateusz Lis, left-handed fighter, always awkward one to be fighting, and let's see how it's going to go.
Especially having dealt with a left-handed fighter before, it can throw all your combinations, everything straight out the window. It looks like it goes straight in, as you could expect, as you said, with his small bucket. Right, his opponent's got a big shield for profile. You don't often see one of that sort of size.
That is true, but William very well in closing the distance, being slightly lighter fighter. He's already moving forward, pressing Mateusz against the list, and he did deliver a very strong cross straight to the face of Mateusz Lis.
come through in his stance there. You can see his younger fighter is very much more energetic and excitable getting in there.
Corners asking for more punches, more strikes, more action.
It's great as a fighter to hear such inspiring advice come out of your corner, such as hit them more and stay on your feet.
Of course, and it's very easy to shout these commands in the very beginning of a first round out of 3. Again, William closing the distance, going for wrestling and
Excellent takedown.
getting a very clean takedown.
Yeah, choosing to stand off, and he's gone in for a knee on belly there.
Knee on belly.
Ooh,
Ooh,
he's
that
dropping
is
it in.
draining.
That is going to be uncomfortable.
Stop.
Referee. Stop. What is it? And it's a
that's it.
knockout, first round knockout
First
for
round
William
TKO.
Watts. Clean takedown and a good ground and pound, devastating ground and pound to deliver such a spectacular short-lived round, but a very, very action-packed.
Tą walkę w
what a
rundzie
very debut.
pierwszej poprzez knockout techniczny wygrywa William Watts!
Surprisingly fast against such an experienced opponent.
Yeah, a lot of people will see this and they'll not understand how uncomfortable a knee on belly is, even in armour. I think
of
sometimes
course.
it can make it worse. And you believe he got him pinned down and he was sticking it in there, driving the breath out. It's a very uncomfortable position to be in.
Yeah, and although this being his first pro fight, you mentioned it very well. He executed perfectly the time he had on the ground to stabilize the position. Devastating knee to the belly and the pressure on him, plus heavy strikes to the helmet. It was very quick for his opponent to forfeit and the marshal to call it off.
When you know, you know.
Oh, of course.
And as you said, he didn't rush. That's an important
Indeed.
thing that shows some good training. A lot of people will rush. They'll get their opponent down and they'll rush down there so hard that they'll end up on the bottom somehow.
That
They'll
is
jump
true.
down there and they'll end
That
up
is
on the bottom.
surprising composure
Yeah.
from a.
Jak się
such a
Państwu
young
pierwsza
fighter
walka
debut.
podobała? To teraz się na starcie w kategorii półciężkiej do 96 kg. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3 3-minutowe rundy. W szranki wzywam Max Frei!
Light heavyweight bout and Max Frei doing again a debut walk to the PWR list. Let's see if these debutants will also deliver such an amazing, emotion-packed, entertaining round.
So he's looking excited, he's looking fresh.
A jego przeciwnikiem będzie Oskar Nielsen!
Tough act to follow from his teammate.
Oskar Nielsen also representing Iron Wolves and doing his debut in pro fighting. Let's see if Iron Wolves really do produce such strong fighters from the start.
Two debutants going at it. Quite excited, it's a good level. Somebody's always got to go, so let's see how they go.
W narożniku niebieskim 32-letni, 180 cm wzrostu, 90 kg wagi, profesjonalny rekord 0 zwycięstw, 0 porażek, reprezentujący klub Bayern Germany, miasto Nürnberg, państwo Włochy, Max Frei! A jego przeciwnikiem w narożniku czerwonym 28-letni, 185 cm wzrostu, 90 kg wagi, 0 wygranych i 0 porażek na koncie, klub Iron Wolves, miasto Aalborg, państwo Dania, Oskar Nielsen!
fighters coming up 5 kilos short from the light heavyweight.
Runda
event,
pierwsza. Walka.
but exactly matched in their weight classes. And they go, and straight away to the action and to the clinch they go.
Yeah, I think there's an obvious plan at play here. He's going to go and pin to win.
Although Iron Wolves are debuting here in professional fighting in duels, they are very experienced in group fighting inboard.
Absolutely.
As I said, it's a force to be reckoned in group fighting. So they are utilizing their experience if it comes to wrestling, but also fantastic pressure from the start throughout the whole fight.
So it's a game plan that I employ a lot as well, is getting them to the list, pinning them, and beating them from there. But you have to remember to strike.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
if you just push someone back and they strike at you as you come in, you can find yourself losing a fight that you think you're winning.
Going for the takedown. Again, Iron Wolves on top. Let's see how well executed this will be.
Stop.
Pushed out of the list. Let's see if the Marshal will.
Walka.
Straight back in.
Yeah,
So
resetting the
interestingly,
position and go again.
He was on his way to his feet there. He just got on the wrong side of the barrier, which is unfortunate.
True, but 8 a knee to the face in the process
Yeah.
though.
But it's a better place to be. Interesting to see they've both gone for the same loadout here. We've got wooden bucklers instead of steel that we saw last time. I found myself drifting to the steel buckling now. You've got them really perfect. But they're not as exhausting.
That's true. That is true. Max Frei really doing good in delivering 1-2s shots in between those clinches, and these are the ones that will possibly make the impressions on the judges.
Yeah, that's just it. Like I said, you can very much find yourself in a fight that you think you're winning if you're doing your plan of pushing them back but not getting the strikes in.
Yeah, and again in this break in between clinches, he delivered 3 clean strikes to thighs and head. So if anything goes, this is it.
Yeah, and the fight pace does seem to be slowing down now. I see some fighters do get demoralised when they get that good early takedown, but it doesn't get the finish.
Yeah,
Sometimes you see
and
that
it
slow
wasn't
people
as
down.
clear, as dominating as it was in the previous fight. So, as you said, it might be working against him. That's all his pressure is not making the effect you wanted.
Especially when you put a lot of effort into a takedown and they stand up. That can be heartbreaking. I'm seeing a few more jabs and digs come out from Oskar now. Very good.
Let's see how well they will adjust if all the clinching is bringing up a stalemate. Great head movement from Max to avoid the unnecessary clinch and pressure on the head.
10 seconds.
Quite happy in this position to let the next 10 seconds ride out.
Stop.
First round is all, is done, and we haven't seen much dominance from either side. What Oskar tried was to just put everything onto his pressure, hopefully land a big takedown, as it was the game plan for the fight that we just seen. But it doesn't work against Max Frei. So how will he adjust? Let's see his corner now. I see Mr. Soybook there and doing, of course, great coaching. But Max Frei is a strong fighter.
Incredible composure, I'd point out, because to have someone, a big lad, come at you 100%, drag you around a bit, put you on the floor, and for you to stand up, take up your guard again, and keep playing the same
10
game.
sekund do końca przerwy.
And although being taken down and constantly being in a clinch, he remembered to strike and keep on striking.
Zapraszamy zawodników już na środek. Runda druga. Walka.
Position. Now let's see how the round 2 will play out.
Slower start.
But they're already sending, not even within a striking distance, but already within a grappling distance. Shall they decide to grapple? It's already there. Ah, there they go.
Yeah, he's decided to go in, but he's already 3 strikes down. Has to remember to strike in this clinch.
Let's
Just like
remember,
that.
it's not about the volume of the strike, but the damage. So it's still anyone's game. If something big will happen, it's gonna score. Bench.
I think we're seeing Max.
Yeah, no, look, Max is pinning Oskar to the list, delivering some short strikes.
Oh,
Big takedown attempt, and it's
anyone's game here. We're into a good
big
scramble.
scramble. But I think Oskar Nielsen is working towards a better position. He's
He's
almost in mounts. I think he's
got
caught in
hold
a
of that
half guard,
back leg, yeah.
but he is able to bring
that
this
knee in.
knee pressure. Oh, you can hear how much force is being.
You can hear his breath from here. That's going to be an
Yeah.
uncomfortable place, but he's going to be holding on to that leg for dear life. Because if he lets go of that,
Stop.
it'll get much worse.
Ground gate to be stood up.
I bet
Let's
he's in a
see
much more
how-
exhausted position after that, but he looks good to go.
Let's see how much strength would be taken away from Max Frei behind this. Saying about not much. Apparently,
The
it's
attitude's
Oskar
still
who
there.
is gassing out.
He's still got his composure.
Max now delivering a couple of headbutts in the clinch. Going again.
But they're a crowd favourite, absolutely.
He must remember they're both wearing helmets, though.
Yes.
Crowd loves it.
Starting to slow down now, and I really think Max is taking advantage of this clinch now.
Headbutts, not much more happening.
No.
Now Oskar Nielsen is fighting for his dear life if it comes to stamina
This
and
is
the maintenance of it.
This is something that are not often considered. People see 2-3 minute rounds, but in 40 kilos of steel, even under this sun, it's a very draining experience straight away.
Oh yeah, the armor is not making it any cool underneath it.
Now he's stuck in the corner there. We just saw Max was using his shield to blind his opponent there while putting low strikes in.
Blind and make the distance, create the distance enough to deliver a couple of strikes. Now, again, very similar outcome to the first round where he is, where Max is being taken down, and again recovering and delivering great pressure and strikes.
So I think this goes back to what you said before the fight started about having to have a full spectrum of skills available.
10 seconds.
He's had a game plan, which is very important, but he didn't have a plan for if that plan failed.
Obviously, Oskar got better takedowns, but overall recovery, great for Max Frei. It's always up to the judges' scorecard and how well they will interpret the damage behind the ground and pounds and the takedowns on their own versus lighter strikes on top. Now, what Oskar was delivering through the knees was really draining and devastating. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of it. The question is whether the remaining time spent on the feet and delivering shots would make up for this loss.
When you're on the floor, it's just so important to keep up that defensive posture and intelligent defense to stop the fight getting called, because nobody wants to leave it in the judges' hands. It's great to just get that fight over with.
And you have to do whatever you can to get rid of the knee from the some energy. It's going to
10
drain you
sekund do
less
końca przerwy.
versus taking them on.
Final round.
The announcer has first spot, we go second.
Runda trzecia. Walka.
Now final round. Let's see if it will go down to the judges' scorecard, or Oskar will be delivering more and more if it comes to his wrestling and dominating ground game.
See, Max's combos are getting more explosive and daring now as the rounds have gone on. Take his time and get those long strikes in. Based here, looking for an opportunity.
Question is how big of an impression these light strikes are going to make on the judges, because let's face it, they're quite gas already. So the shots are a bit long. They are not so heavy at this stage. The headbutts are still.
Always a good look to have someone in the corner. The overhook.
The action goes to the same corner now. Oskar is doing everything he
snatched the
can
leg.
to bring this fight back to the ground.
Goes in Oscar's corner here. I'd be telling him that he's not got time to waste.
Stalemate.
It's a difficult place he's in with his back to the corner to try and make a takedown happen from there. But he's still trying.
They're fighting for leg trips.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do it in the corner and in plate armor. Now they separated. Now it's Max Frei's game.
Yeah.
Slowed down significantly.
Yeah, I feel like there's some confidence coming from Frei's corner, and he's happy to.
Great 1-2. Finished off with a again head and knee strike. Big takedown attempt.
Hail Mary on that.
Oh
And
no, he
it's
gave
gone
his back.
unfortunate.
And now it's Max Frei turn to deliver ground and pound. He got his back.
Can he get
He
up?
got
from
him on the
there?
ground.
He's on his knees. He's well primed to be able to get up. Let's see what Frei's control is like.
Position.
That's unfortunate.
Position won't win, but the heavy strikes will.
This is a tough place to be in with
But
your.
great for Oskar to nullify any chances. So he pinned down both arms of Max.
But not his head.
Not his head still. There's room from the stand-up now. Great takedown defense from Max Frei, but not many shots delivered behind it.
So this is a problem when you start getting very desperate for takedown. Sometimes you put more effort in than is wise, and you can end up on the bottom.
That was a long shot with this very telegraphed hip toss. But, going for the double leg.
Real Hail Mary
10 seconds.
takedown attempt, but it takes a
10
lot of
seconds.
gall to launch a double leg in armor.
You have to do something to make the impression on the judges, and definitely the
Yeah,
stand-up range was in favor of Max.
shows he wasn't out of the fight, he was still engaged, but it takes a lot of minerals to shoot a double leg in armor.
3 rounds done. This fight will go to the judges' scorecard.
That was a very good fight, showing out some of the things that we were speaking about beforehand, about needing that full spectrum of skills, showing how dangerous the ground is, and how it's the strikes that count, and not only the number of them, but the power behind them.
Yeah, and definitely was a clash of strikes, of pressure mixed up with takedowns, and great takedown defense mixed up with
Absolutely.
great combos from the striking distance.
And how a single mistake can really change how a fight is looking and feeling.
Big takedowns attempts, and 2 out of 4 on in favor of Oskar Nielsen. Now let's see if that was enough to win this fight. Otherwise, 3 rounds that were more or less in control of Max Frei. So let's see how the judges will score this fight. No fighter is really anticipating a victory. It's all up in the judges' scorecard.
You could have had a fight that you think has gone all your way, but the moment you look at those judges talking, see someone shake their head, you do start to worry.
And bear in mind, these are debuts of both gentlemen, so
absolutely, yeah.
they might still not have the feeling of whether it was good or bad, win or lose.
Yeah,
They did their best.
this
And
is the
they
most anxious
really-
part of the fight.
Yeah, and they really did deliver an entertaining fight.
Yeah, for debutants, that was a very good effort there. The composure from Max getting thrown on the floor and getting straight back to his feet, and the grit of just going all of those 3 rounds. Very good fight.
Although debuting, they are not amateurs. That's why they're already fighting on the PWR 11. And they could have been fighting on PWR New Blood, so this here a bit easier to enter type of PWR events, but they decided to do it here, and now all track will give us decision.
Tą walkę po 3-rundowym pojedynku wygrywa Oskar Gregor Nielsen!
Judges were looking for damage, and ground strikes might have done the trick.
Yeah, I actually think that the takedown where he's getting the knee on bellies driven in must have been what took it. Very good.
Sometimes it's about the control and how much damage you can deliver from the very well-controlled position now. Lighter strikes in the top position.
Some of those long-range strikes must not have counted. They're worth putting out. They do show control, but obviously they like the ground and pound today.
Definitely great learning experience for both gentlemen. Fantastic debut for both fighters. Now we'll move to the third fight of the preliminary fight card. Where Jacek Musiał will welcome Rodrigo Pineda.
We've seen most of the fighters have gone out with the arming swords today, which obviously more and more of in pro fights. If you go back a few years, everyone
A
had.
teraz przygotujcie się Państwo na starcie w kategorii średniej do 84 kg. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3-minutowe rundy. W szranki wzywam Rodrigo Pineda!
Rodrigo Pineda obviously representing Mexico with a 1-1 record. So again, not so much of experience, but definitely a fantastic fighter. We brought him from abroad to expand PWR roster with just the best fighters. Whenever they appear, they come to fight with us.
And then to counter what I've just said, we're just starting to see a Falchion come out. Said a few years
A
ago,
jego
that was all the rage.
przeciwnikiem będzie Jacek Musiał!
Jacek Musiał representing CDSW, so the one of the biggest clubs in Poland, located in Warsaw. Very huge roster of fighters just there, not only in pro fighting but across various disciplines in Beaufort, in triathlon, world champions in a house. So he got great sparring partners, great coaches, legends in the club, and great support. In here, he will welcome Mexican phenom in PWR. Let's see how the middleweight contendership will go. He was just short of fighting for the belt, but he's still in the top spot with number 2.
W narożniku niebieskim 39-letni, 177 cm wzrostu, 84 kg wagi, jedna wygrana, jedna porażka. Charros Negros, Guadalajara, Meksyk, Rodrigo Pineda! A w narożniku czerwonym 36-letni, 84 cm wzrostu, 189 cm wzrostu, 84 kg wagi, dwie wygrane, dwie porażki, reprezentujący klub Centrum Dawnych Sztuk Walk, miasto Warszawa, Polska, numer 2, kategorii średniej PWR, Jacek Musiał!
Jacek Musiał will have 12 height advantage over his opponents, but they sport the same weight, meaning Rodrigo Pineda will have slight more muscle.
Yeah, and good center of gravity. There's some quick strikes coming out here already. It's a good explosive start.
Strong punches delivered from both sides.
Yeah.
Now, these are fighters, these are guys that have fought already with strong, heavy weapons.
Oh. Close chance for disarm there, but he's just fallen into using it in a reverse grip style.
Rodrigo now delivering several
Opening up.
shots in a row because Jacek almost lost his weapon.
It's an unfortunate situation to be in, but he recovered well. Good composure there. It also shows great instinct from his opponent when he sees he's got a problem there to be able to just go in and lay the fire down.
Both fighters fighting with small shields, heavy swords or falchions, and definitely not using shields much for defense. They're both all offensive
All
mode.
gas, No breaks.
Oh yeah.
In the slight reach advantage coming into play slightly, but it's not bothering him too much. He's still getting up in the pocket.
Rodrigo doing great job with head movement, avoiding a bit too telegraphed shield strikes, but he has to overextend to deliver the strikes because of this reach difference.
A very explosive start, but already that effort is telling, I think.
Oh, strong 1-2 from
Excellent one
Jacek
straight
Musiał.
on the chin. But if he's going to rely on that pullback to save him from every strike, eventually his opponent is going to come up with a way of dealing with it. Good counters coming out.
Jacek Musiał fights very awkwardly with this sword held by the pommel very often, which even more increases his striking distance. But we've already seen it. It might lead to his armor being being exposed because his weapon is nowhere to be found.
Excellent slip there. You transfer that into a takedown, that would change the game.
Yeah, but from what I've seen so far, these guys are all into strong punches.
None of that wrestling today.
There's plenty of wrestling opportunities, but they're only using those to deliver more strikes.
Late in there.
Strong strikes delivered by both guys, by both weapon and shield alike.
I think Rodrigo really needs to get into the pocket and try and stay there and start delivering some more of that dirty boxing. Now the reach difference to
10 seconds.
Story. Guys with quite a low held stance on the shield as well.
Great round for both fighters. It's unclear to me, at least, who got the upper hand.
No,
Yes.
it's fights like these I would not like to be the counter.
We get the best seats and the privilege not to score the fight.
Oh yeah.
Jacek had great success in the distance, but when it got into the pocket, Rodrigo was very successful, especially utilizing very well the situation where Jacek almost lost his weapon, was defenseless, didn't bother with defending any or deflecting any strikes, and that's
that
when
could be the
Rodrigo
telling moment
Pineda
of the match.
delivered, what, 12, 15, 20 strikes to the face.
He's also, you notice he had a very good head movement, and he's countering pretty well off of that as well, with a pullback and sliding back in.
Zapraszamy zawodników na środek.
Rodrigo looks good to
Koniec
go
czasu
straight away
przerwy.
again. Shield, relaxed, ready to go.
Runda druga. Walka.
Tentative start this time round. That's the second time we've seen him try to go for that ankle sweep as well.
Weapon, he shouldn't be doing that. I'm not sure. But he goes for the clinch heavy.
Oh,
Great
excellent
hip toss
takedown.
from Jacek Musiał.
A real
Now
heavy
will he
landing
control
as
the
well.
position? He's delivering knee strikes both to the torso and to the head of Rodrigo. Rodrigo still holding on for his dear life.
Yeah, it might be the best option for him, but if he lets go of that, it's... Yeah, from the fight, but he's still laying it down. That's a very heavy landing.
Yeah,
I don't
but they have
envy
to
him down
defend
there.
themselves at all times and fight until there's nothing left. Now it's a break.
Yeah, that could be a telling moment of the round. Excellent takedown there. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of air there.
Rodrigo Pineda locked his hands around the sword and head of his opponent.
We've got an armor failure. It looks like our thumbs popped out.
Yeah, gauntlets tend to dislocate a bit.
Pouching shots is just a bare, undefended thumb.
Great situational awareness from Jacek Musiał to counter this this headlock with beautiful, beautiful hip toss.
Yeah, it was a real 6-2 with his feet there. Absolutely excellent work.
Flying in from Mexico and having a short flight from the ground to the bottom and knee to the face in the end from Jacek Musiał.
And the awareness of how locked up that was to go down with him and deliver that heavy drop.
Oh
onto
yeah,
him.
yeah, dropping with a
I can imagine he's only just starting to breathe
with
again
100 plus kilo on your torso is nothing, not a thing you want to be doing all over again on any given Friday.
With these fights in Brigandines, it doesn't defend you from over the air, knocked out of you.
Fighters are wearing plate armor for arms and legs. The torso are a bit more compromising if it comes to protection and giving more to flexibility. Oh, Jacek trying
a bit
some.
flash now. Notice both fighters are a lot
some
more
interesting
defensive in
techniques.
this second round.
Yeah. Now Jacek going for wrestling, feeling very confident
Yeah.
now.
He's got a taste of it on the ground, and he liked it. Position back, and he's got out of that very nicely.
Yeah, Rodrigo feeling also very confident in his wrestling. Wouldn't going there if it one way go.
Great composure from them both now.
Will need something significant in this round to stay in this fight. First round might have been
Launched.
anyone's game. Now, this so far is Jacek Musiał's.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Can he pull anything back in the remainder of this round? Stays pinned to the list, probably not. Oh,
Jacek working for another
Oh,
takedown.
no.
Will it
Oh,
be reversed?
Excellent. This is what I was talking about earlier. You put too much vinegar into it, you can find yourself getting turned.
Oh yeah, indeed. Rodrigo now working heavy to be on top.
And we're just in a
There's-
dogfight position now. That
there's
could be
still
anyone's
clinch.
position.
They need to work, otherwise the judge will bring the fight still up.
Something's got to happen. Are those strikes going to be counted? That's up to the judge there, really.
Not significant enough for the judge. He is sending them now, sending them up. Yep.
10 sekund.
10 seconds remaining in the fight. Rodrigo will have to deliver strong. Jacek
Let's see
is
some gas.
exhausted.
Yeah, very telling after that last takedown. Something I've just noticed there as well is the floor of this arena, very sandy. Going face down in your helmet, it's going to get filled up with dust and sand. It's going to be very difficult to breathe, very difficult to see potentially. We've already seen him getting his helmet washed out there. But to be in one of these full helmets, get a bit of dust in your eye, that's a pretty uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, this is something that it's not usual in combat sports when you have to fight not only your opponent but also the conditions. So when you're pinned down and eating this sand, it's, oh, believe me, not very comfortable.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't want to be the one doing it.
But it can go the other way when you're in a wet arena. A little bit of wet grass is the absolute foe of every medieval fighter.
It takes away your footwork completely.
10 sekund do końca przerwy.
So this is a very exciting round, I think. As you say, the first round could have been anyone's. The second round probably goes to the
Runda
opponent there.
trzecia.
But I think they're close to winning this round.
Walka.
Third and final round. Now still anyone's game. It was very much more leaning towards Jacek's favor, but big takedown and exhaustion being very visible from the Polish fighter must be a factor now for Rodrigo.
Yeah, it's a much slower start here now. It's got to get pressed. We've seen a lot of the flasher moves are disappearing now as fighters fall back on what they're good, their core skills.
Yeah, now they calculate.
Yeah.
Now it's the eco mode.
The first minute is when all the vinegar comes out, people get really excited, but you're going to be in there for the long haul.
I'm not sure if any of Jacek Musiał's strikes have landed this round.
And they're all being thrown very lazily, as we say. So even if they are hitting, they're probably not making the sound we're looking for.
Yeah, so
But if I was Rodrigo now, I'd have to be putting it on the gas. You've got maybe 90 seconds left to try and make this your round.
He's got 3 minutes in the last round to really turn it into his favor. It's Jacek's Musiał's turfs. He needs to really dominate it. Another takedown. Who's
excellent.
going to go on top? I think it's the Polish fighter.
Yeah, it was a very methodical takedown there. You see him get the overhook, bend him over and work his leg into position, and purposely do it while he's on the list so he could just fall off. It was very methodical.
They are both very exhausted, so the winner of this scramble is going to have a massive advantage for the rest of the round.
Being exhausted in armour is hard work, but it's much better when you're on top. Oh, and there we
Jacek
go.
Musiał now in full mount.
Secured the mount. That could be all we need to see.
None of the fighters did deliver anything significant in the scramble, but the drainage of the stamina might be a key factor. They have to untangle to get up first.
I've had many horrible things happen to me in armour, but one of the worst things ever is just standing up.
Ooh,
a
great
bold.
pressure.
Ooh.
They both are out of the list.
Be interesting to see how the marshal starts this again. Rodrigo obviously not liking being on the bottom there and deciding that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, but the main takedown happened already outside of the list. Let's see how will
Very
the marshal reset the position. Jacek using a lot of time to get up, or the fight will continue from the bottom. Yes.
Going from the floor.
Will they start from side mount? I think so. That will be massive if Rodrigo will continue from side mount or even knee on belly.
Yeah, that's an absolute golden ticket. If he can pressure this.
Side control.
Yeah, he's got his arms bound up, so that's slightly better. Can he make this count? If he can get out.
Now
straight to mount,
Rodrigo
good.
Pineda has got the full mount. Let's see, it's just the beginning of the 30-second count for the ground and pound.
He's
Let's see
got a lace
how
on the
much
in.
damage
There we
will
go.
he be able to inflict on Jacek Musiał.
He's got to start putting some work in here now. There we go.
Great hammer fist from the top.
Good targeting, but I think he needs to be putting more volume out here
Only
as well.
short strikes. Great guard play from Jacek Musiał, so he minimized the damage he could have taken, but he's so exhausted. He got 10 seconds to get up, otherwise it would be a TKO.
Yeah, another significant changing in the rules to make sure fighters aren't lounging about on the deck. They have to get straight back into it. And he pressure home this
Great
advantage now.
left, and again from Rodrigo. Now Rodrigo
very bold.
is doing significant damage. Jacek haven't done anything significant in this round. Now,
No. Excellent.
fantastic hip toss
Excellent
now
work.
for Rodrigo. Let's see if it will be reversed or not.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Has he been saved by the bell there? No, Marshall's keeping it coming.
10 remaining seconds
Yeah, keep doing the work.
will be spent on the ground.
Has he lost his weapon there? Is his hand empty?
That's it. Great fight going back and forth.
They've got to try and untangle down here now.
I think they'll need some help to untangle this scramble that's finished off the fight.
Bit of spaghetti wrestling. But yeah, that was an absolute grizz into the end of the fight there. Some really good wrestling, some very good methodical takedowns. Nothing random about them, but this is going to go to the judges. And again, another good show, the full spectrum of what can happen in the pro
Oh,
fight.
definitely. They started off with some amazing striking, heavy shots. We're not relying on wrestling at all up until this clinch that resulted in a massive hip toss. Then they started mixing it all up. Now they left everything they had in the list. They were exhausted from the half of the fight, but kept it running very well till the very end. And I think not only technical stuff, but also medical stuff is aiding our fighters. So really, they left it all, emptied the gas tank till the very end.
Yeah, absolutely all you can ask of a fighter is go leave it all in the list. And I think they've both done that.
Now this was a fight. That was a proper war.
Very difficult to call as well. As we said earlier, I'd hate to be the counters.
Within every round, the fight was going back and forth. So anyone's fight still.
Absolute excellent performance from both fighters, and they can both be very proud of what they've done here today. Some real good parts from both of them.
First half of the fight, Jacek was a bit more on the scorecards if it comes to strikes, volume, and delivery. But I think the heavier shots were delivered by Rodrigo. Now, ground game, again, a different factor. How much was delivered there? Let's see.
Damy, proszę Państwa, chwilę zawodnikowi z Meksyku na ogarnięcie się, dojście do sił, zanim ogłosimy werdykt.
This medical break is playing in favor for the marshals, which have, as you said, a very challenging task ahead of them to properly score this fight. Win or lose, they both competed at the very top level. Fantastic fights. Now, whatever comes next for any of the fighters is, again, going to be a very tough but very interesting matchups.
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously been a long journey for Rodrigo as well, and it must be great to come all that way to have such a good fight as well. And it goes to show, I think we've had some really good matchups so far tonight. It's not been absolute washes. We've had a quick fight, but I think they were very well matched. It shows there's good matchmaking going on in the organisation. And this is why it's such a good organisation with good fights. And probably a good time to point out again that there is a donation button on the screen for you guys as well. If you like what you're seeing today, please feel free to try and help PWR put on these amazing shows and donate whatever you can.
PWR, history in the making. We're recreating history and creating a new one. Always welcome to support, be part of this history. Rodrigo Pineda already up. Great spirit,
Good
never
save.
broken. We have the official decision.
Proszę Państwa, tą walkę po trzyrundowym pojedynku wygrywa Jacek Musiał!
And it's Jacek Musiał delivering a victory on the final fight of the preliminary fight card on PWR 11. A very good win for him if it comes to the next steps. Very tough opponent from Rodrigo Pineda. Very equal fight in all rounds.
So the telly moment was probably
A my
the
teraz
middle round.
chcielibyśmy zaprosić Państwa dosłownie na 15 minut przerwy i wracamy do Państwa z kartą główną dzisiejszej gali.
Three fantastic fights, each with a very different outcome. Now, first fight ended up very quickly against all odds with a first round knockout. Now, fight number 2 and 3 went to the distance and was a great display from newcomers and experienced fighters.
Absolutely, full spectrum being put on display, showing everything that's so great about these fights.
What a great way to start off PWR 11, Winter versus Nowiński. Now we'll head to the main card of today's event with 5 fights still on display, all international fights, all top-level fighters. Now there won't be any debutants. Now there will be some newcomers to the organization, but it will be from the top of the top.
Yeah, very exciting as we get into the main card there. And for how excellent the fights have been so far, and we're just on the undercard.
Now, with still 5 fights to go, we'll have, again, a full spectrum of fighting. We'll start off with Jenny Habry and Barbara Głowienka, starting off with the female bantamweight division. We'll see definitely lighter fighters, more strikes, more ground covered, because further on we'll see heavyweights on display. Although we saw in the in the first fight of the prelims that these can be very dynamic. Mateusz Nielsen and William Watts started off as with the very dynamic fighters, keeping it very short.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to this fight. You say this is a bantamweight fight, but I think there's going to be a lot of energy and quite a lot of explosiveness coming out here. Like I've seen Jenny train a lot. I know she's a very good striker. It sounds like gunshots. She's hitting the bag all the time. A lot of energy in there.
We'll have a fight of Paweł Karczewski and Dom Mehew. This is again going to be a very interesting one. Lightweight division is again going to be a very fast one. So let's see how it's all going to go. Then off Kari, Kivisto, Michał, Głowacki. This is going to be the heaviest that we're going to have on the card. I think that first and second fight of the main card combined is not going to be as heavy as Kari, Kivisto and Michał Głowacki.
No, I don't think so.
The big lad from Finland and Hightower from Poland are going to deliver some massive shots. Co-main event, Bogdan Raczyński, Johnny Porter, upcoming fantastic talent of Bogdan, just short of winning the PWR championship last year, wanting to improve his overall game plan this year, score significant wins across several federations. He's not exclusively fighting for PWR, he's fighting wherever there is a massive challenge, and now possibly, or definitely the biggest challenge of his career. Johnny Porter, 19 wins, 1 loss, current world champion, USA double champion, former USA team captain. Now this is a walking legend that Bogdan Raczyński will face.
Yeah, it's come right to his backyard, and it's going to be a very exciting fight to watch.
Bogdan Raczyński having the benefit of his home turf, but still, Johnny Porter, the vagabond, travels around the world, fights around the world, wins around the world. Very interested to see this fight, and possibly a follow-up with a call-out to the current reigning champion of the middleweight division. And finally, in the main event, Daniel Winter will face Kacper Nowiński. What was set out to be a championship fight for the light heavyweight belt is a catchweight. Kacper Nowiński, coming off of an injury, couldn't make the 95 kilo limit. They're going to be fighting in a catchweight, but still, what an interesting fight this is going to be.
Absolutely, I've known Dan for many years now. I look forward to seeing what he puts in here. He's a very methodical fighter with a full spectrum of skills at his disposal. Interested to see which way he goes.
Daniel Winter fighting a heavier opponent, but he's a multi-medalist, world champion in a couple of divisions. Now he's a known wrestler that has transitioned fully now to beautiful fencing. What magic he can deliver with a heavy falchion. This is what we're going to see in our main event tonight versus Kacper Nowiński, a pure dynamic force, all armored up, ready to take on the champion.
Dan is known as a very dynamic wrestler, but before this, he was also an accomplished duelist as well. So he's very accomplished with the blades. But for him, he can just put out whichever skill is appropriate for the environment.
Yeah, and his stance that sports falchion and buckler very well transitions to duels with just sword and buckler, where he is the champion. And we'll see it all in display tonight.
się to chuja da, ale bateria mnie ma.
Z tej strony PWR, wspierajcie nas, uruchomiliśmy donate PWR rośnie w siłę robimy pracę.
It's going to be appreciated and it helps us.
Słońce będzie się obniżać. Rafał, chłopakom to robi cień na oczy. Teraz nie, ale za chwilę może być, nie?
Hola.
Po prawej stronie na kciuku. I to wystarczy chyba przysłonę.
Hola. Hola.
Hola, soy Rodrigo Pineda. Quiero invitar. Hola, soy Rodrigo Pineda. Quiero invitarlos que apoyen PWR. México, Centroamérica, Sudamérica. Apoyemos este movimiento.
Zostało nam 30 sekund do końca przerwy. Gotujcie się na starcie w kategorii koguciej kobiet. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3 3-minutowe rundy. W szranki wzywam Barbara Głowienka.
PWR 11, Nowiński versus Winter. Main card is going to open with the bantamweight female fight. First to make her way into the list, Barbara Głowienka debuting in a proper PWR event. She already fought in a PWR New Blood, so we've seen her fighting. She was then dominated by a Bohurt fighter. Now let's see how well has her game plan improved, feeling great support from her corner. Let's see the performance tonight.
Absolutely, and what card it's been
A jej
already.
przeciwniczką będzie Johny Habry.
Now, Jenny's coming in now as quite a veteran of this discipline now. She's been heavily involved with pro fight for quite some time now, and she's had an excellent run of it. 8-0 now with a knockout in her card. I think she's looking for a really good performance tonight.
Being 8-0, she has never been even close to being defeated, if I recall correctly. She is a dominating fighter, scoring championships across divisions, across continents.
And what a corner she's got there as well. She's got both
W narożniku
and Johnny in a corner.
niebieski, 24-letnia, 65 kg wagi, 165 cm wzrostu, 0 wygranych, 0 porażek. Miasto Olsztyn, Polska, Barbara Głowienka. A jej przeciwniczką w narożniku czerwonym, 28-letnia, 61 kg wagi, 166 cm wzrostu, 8 wygranych, 0 porażek, 1 knockout na koncie. Klub White Company, miasto Nottingham, Wielka Brytania, mistrzyni świata wagi koguciej Federacji Bohurt International, Johnny Habry. Runda pierwsza. Walka.
And we're off with the main card of PWR 11.
No time being wasted there at all.
Oh yeah, Barbara Głowienka already making her way to close the distance and deliver a couple of shots.
Very good combinations coming in from Jenny there as well, and good movement from both the fighters. Very much looks to me like Barbara is trying to close her down, but Jenny's not allowing it. She's got very good awareness of where she is and good movement.
Yeah, she now countered it beautifully with a great combo, starting off with a front kick and deliver a couple of shots to the face. Now, Barbara Głowienka lost her sword. She'll have to pick it up. That's of course an additional score to her opponent. But well,
just get a new one.
The sword broke actually.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Oh yes, she switches up from a sword to a falchion already.
See, there's no accounting for things like that. A sword breaking, straps popping, anything can happen.
It's all real, all steel, but delivering damage. Also, the weapon can be damaged as well in the process.
So I've seen a lot more kicks come out of this round already.
Jenny recovering from a knee injury, but her kicks look sharp as ever.
Absolutely, some really good fast backhands and good combinations coming in.
Ooh, heavy shot.
Yeah, you will have felt that one. Good bind up of the sword there, leading into a longer combination, and the corner.
Yeah, Jenny very intelligently grabbed the sword, closed the distance, and now is delivering heavy shots in the corner.
Yeah, really picking her shots, going high and low, confusing the defense, really setting herself up lovely. Oh, something's fallen off.
Armor bits are already falling off, unnecessary ones.
That looked like it might have been a neck protector from the helmet,
Or
perhaps.
Sabaton. The Marshal is calling a time for our armor maintenance.
Yeah, we've got to know what it is. Ultimately, if a random plate hits the floor, it could be something really important, protecting spine, neck, and that's not what we want to see happen here tonight.
There are secondary layers of defense which are not crucial for the duration of the fight, but the key points, as you mentioned, joints, all the bones as well, have to be properly armored up. They will resume the fighting.
Taking it back to the middle.
Yeah, but just before this armor failure, Jenny was scoring heavy, and Barbara was in all defense.
Heavy strikes coming in from Jenny now.
Jenny's having great success with delivering heavy buckler strikes, and this is a steel heavy buckler.
Excellent movement there. She's dancing around, avoiding the corners. And they're keeping the Marshal on his toes as well.
Oh, yeah. As I said, they'll be covering a lot of ground. That's what they are doing, both having great footwork. But again, this is a corner where Jenny is pressing her opponent into and delivering heavy strikes.
Yeah, she's setting up that buckler punch excellently by getting the head held, getting the defense moved, and just sending it in.
Ooh, heavy strike. Jenny felt blood. Is it off?
Perhaps we've seen where the armor came from.
Another armor failure, I think. This is the spot that Jenny hit first time, which damaged the armor. Now it's done again.
If someone reacts like that, you're not going to stop hitting it, are you?
Barbara is calling for an armor failure break. It's again points for Jenny, but Jenny felt blood. Now this is time for recovery for Barbara, but I'm not sure if the fight is going to continue. Shall Jenny deliver so much more damage like this?
I can tell you where that sword's going to go straight away.
Ooh!
Yep.
And it's off. Leg strike, finish it off with a beautiful head strike, and it's off. It's a knockout for Jenny Habry. Second knockout to Jenny's record.
Yeah, excellent strike there. When your opponent tells you to hit you like she did there, you got to go for it. That looked like a painful strike there. Finished off with a little head blow, but excellent work. Great precision.
Leg strikes is where the sword or falchion hits the heaviest.
Yeah, we're not just here to hit still. It's the gaps between it that really calls it, and something that can really show you the difference between a veteran and a novice person watching this sport. People cheer when they hear the big bangs, but veteran fighters, when you hear that dull thud, that's when you see the veterans cringe away and go, oh.
When you hear it very softly, you know it hit hard and exactly to the soft spot.
The public love hearing the big bangs of the steel, but when you, like, a shoulder gap's a prime one, when you just hear that dull thud, oh.
Yeah, big bangs and sparks are flashy.
Tą walkę poprzez knockout techniczny wygrywa Jenny Habry.
But exactly what Jenny did, deliver knockouts, and this is a great performance from her. She stayed composed when Głowienka was putting a lot of pressure on her.
Jenny, don't go away, Jenny, please don't go away.
Excellent blade work, and as I said, like, her shots are coming in sound.
Congratulations on your fight, Jenny. Are you glad? How are you happy with the ending, with how you finished the fight?
Yes, I am. After I noticed there's a weakness or like a gap, I was like, yeah, that's how I'm gonna go again, and I did. And yeah, I'm happy.
You seen the weak spot and you just attacked it. Yeah, that's what we do in this sport. Welcome to PWR Federation. and we hope that you will take the belt one day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Johnny Habry.
Johnny Habry very precise with delivering lots of damage to the same spot, and in just 3 strikes she was very successful in delivering a beautiful knockout.
Yeah, show the precision there, not just accuracy, but precision, knowing not just where you're going to hit, but the exact.
A teraz proszę, przygotujcie się na starcie w kategorii lekkiej do 76 kg. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3-minutowe rundy. W szranki wzywam Domonic Mehew.
Dom Mehew making his entrance for the first time to the PWR list.
A jego przeciwnikiem będzie Paweł Karczewski.
Paweł Karczewski, a gatekeeper to the top 5 PWR lightweight division. Now he's scoring the number 4 contender spot in this division. He has faced top opponents from all around the world multiple times. 10 wins, 6 losses, 1 no contest. Now this is a very experienced fighter now, taking on Dom Mehew, transitioning from conventional martial arts to medieval combat. This is a very interesting matchup to see.
Yeah, see, he's gone for a heavier falchion rather than an arming sword here.
Oh yeah, that is a forward balanced weapon designed to deliver some heavy shots.
W narożniku niebieski, 31-letni, 74 kg, 177 cm wzrostu, 1 wygrana, 1 remis, 0 porażek na koncie. Klub White Company, Derby City, Wielka Brytania, Domonic Big Dom Mehew. A w narożniku czerwonym, 38-letni, 76 kg wagi, 175 cm wzrostu, 11 zwycięstw, 6 porażek, 1 remis na koncie. Legenda północy, miasto Gdańsk, Polska, numer 4, kategorii lekkiej, PWR, Paweł Karczewski. Runda pierwsza. Walka.
And they're off. Paweł Karczewski, known for his very volume-heavy style of fighting.
It's a slower start than we've been used to, but they seem to be sizing each other out and getting the range.
Paweł
Dom needs to start
Karczewski
acting.
finding his range very early on with several shots to the helmet, so Big Dom.
You can see him really controlling the range there. And he's using a lot of feints to threaten Dom out and open
Ooh,
up some
good
gaps.
job. Big Dom using the smallest buckler we've seen so far.
Yeah, he got through the attacks there and put a bit of pressure on, but then backed off. I thought he was going to go for a pin.
He might be just sensing out and eating out all the shots to see what might be the worst that to come his way.
So yeah, it looked like a heavier strike that he was putting in towards the
Ooh, heavy strike with
Yeah.
the falchion, but answered very quickly with the sword from Paweł Karczewski now.
But as we said earlier, the damage is what gets counted here. So how many light strikes for how many heavy strikes?
But Paweł Karczewski is finding very good distance for himself for this fight, being quite heavy for the sword, but also delivering good jabs with the shield.
Dom's starting to get comfortable, starting to open up some combos. Also, he's controlling the middle of the list, which is traditionally very good, but I think he's got to start putting a bit more volume out.
Heavy shots exchanged. Both fighters looking for good shots and not pure pressure. It's great to see.
Yes, very good movement here.
One of the very few fights where Paweł Karczewski is respecting his opponents and not going full throttle and just forward, just gas.
Some big strikes.
Big overhand, yes.
Ooh, we stopped him with that.
Great job from Big Dom.
Maybe we're seeing the reason why he isn't just going all gas.
Massive, massive support from both corners, champions in both ends.
Yeah, very stacked corners there. A lot of good advice going to be coming out in between rounds.
10 seconds.
Last 10 seconds, where are we going to go? Really good movement.
I'm not sure what Dom is waiting for, but he's got the last 10 seconds. Oh, big head kick. To close this round.
Yeah, a lot of big strikes, a lot of volume there from coming out there. As you say, Dom seemed to be waiting for something at the end now. I think he's got to come out a lot more aggressive in this second round.
Dom was calculating when to engage with massive overhand left. Delivered this high kick not cleanly, so not delivering that much impact to the Polish fighter. He was really calculating to deliver big, while Paweł Karczewski was delivering constantly. Not at a very quick pace, but very methodically, and with such a small shield from Big Dom, it was very easy to find his target for the Polish fighter.
Absolutely.
This is a 3-round fight and not much damage was delivered, so Big Dom might still be very fresh, and we might see very much still to come in the next round.
Yeah, I think both fighters held back a lot in that first round. We've seen
Zapraszamy już zawodników na środek. Runda druga. Walka.
We've seen in the earlier fights a lot of fighters go out in the first minute, blow themselves out, but a bit of experience showing out here.
Yeah, but the pace is a bit up now.
Yep, I think they've found their ranges, they found their pace.
Dom is now looking for grappling opportunities.
Yeah, he's not letting that clinch go. Looking for those big leg hits.
Great defense from the Polish fighter. Now Paweł Karczewski also replying with some shots of his own.
Dom's doing a very good job of stepping off the line of the big shield punches. And that's opening his opponent up for some good counters.
Much more action already in the second round.
They're getting a lot closer and staying in range for longer now. Getting some good combinations out.
Dom is really utilizing this heavy falchion to deliver strong leg strikes.
Yeah, he's not wasting his effort with it. He's not probing with it. Every time it goes out, it's all gas and dangerous shots. And there we go. We've got him to the list. Can he get him pinned?
Great knee delivered in this clinch.
Knees are a very good weapon in pro fights. They can often be the decider when you get caught up in these clinches. Oh, a good takedown defense there.
Pushing hard for this takedown is the British fighter. But great defense from his opponent.
Yeah, he's keeping the pressure up though. He hasn't managed to get away from it.
Lots of dust after the scramble, and they still continue to deliver strikes. Dom is now pursuing the Polish fighter all over the list.
Yeah, he's not letting up. He's constantly putting the pressure on.
Paweł Karczewski doing a great job in keeping the distance and still delivering strikes. While the first round was definitely his, if it comes to just the strikes delivered. Now, this round, well, Dom is putting pressure on.
Yeah, if he can get him pinned up and make these grapples count a bit more, he can very much take this round.
Oh, good strike to the shoulder.
Some good elaborate head movement coming out, but sometimes that's a lot of effort in the helmets.
When you go for such a small buckler, you must rely heavily on wrestling and good head movement. There is not much protection for you.
Yeah, a little biscuit like that, you can't rely on any sort of passive protection. See, Dom's getting very
10
good
seconds.
at passing that shield in front of the Polish fighter whenever he throws it out. You see, he's slipping it down, opening him up very nicely.
Both fighters are significantly slowed down. And the round 2 is up now. Much more action in the round 2. Much more grappling exchanges. Well, any grappling exchanges. But must be frustrating for Dom not to find his range in the stand-up and not be dominating enough in the wrestling exchanges to score a takedown.
Yeah, and as we say, if you're going for those takedowns, you still need to be putting strikes out whilst you're hunting them. Not just for the points, but to open up the opportunities. It's much easier to take a man down if you're hurting him at the same time.
But to be fair, in this close range, he was really effective in finding his range for the strikes to the leg. Now this left leg of Paweł Karczewski must be bruised at least at this stage and really tired
10
after
sekund do końca przerwy.
all the falchion strikes.
Yeah, if I was in Dom's corner now,
Zapraszamy
I would.
zawodników na środek.
Third and final round.
Dom is
Runda
out, he's gagging
trzecia.
for it. I think he's got to push this round if he wants to take it.
Walka.
Great swordsmanship from Paweł Karczewski.
He's come out looking very loose and fluid this round.
Ooh, great strikes from both guys delivered at the same time. And again, Dom punishing this left leg.
Yeah, he's setting up that leg shot with the big strikes.
Ooh,
very
heavy,
nicely.
heavy strikes.
Yeah, he's finding his range here, I think.
1 for 1, they're both delivering. Both delivering heavy. What a great round to see.
Yeah, no wasted effort. It's all gas again. They're really putting some big strikes down. These are all going to get counted.
Paweł Karczewski delivering more. Dom delivering heavier. Whoa, what a great strike to the head.
He's doing a very good job of controlling the center and making his opponent move
Great
around.
strikes with shields from both guys.
Yeah.
Both getting stung with these shields.
We're getting deep into the third round now, and the fatigue, the pain is going to start adding up.
Marcus now hitting Dom's hand to be to hinder it a bit more, so the shield strikes won't be that much punishing.
Yeah, I think he's zeroing in on this gap that Dom's left exposed by having a sleeveless tabard, and I think that's where he's sending that shot.
Shield strike, fist strikes. Now this is a proper fight.
Yeah, they're getting stuck in there. I'm still waiting for them to get stuck into a corner and go back to the clinch, but they seem to both want to avoid that now. And they're both happy to throw bombs.
Third round, 3-minute rounds, and they're still brawling.
It takes a lot of effort to still be swinging big at this point in the fight.
This is awesome overhands from both hands.
Yeah, neither of them are getting cowed by this. Every exchange is going on and on and on, and they're both finishing strong out of them.
They're both now hunting for the head.
Oh, yes, that's good.
Ooh, heavy shots, heavy shots.
Big overhand. Yeah, the fatigue's starting to set in. And the crowd are loving it.
Oh, yeah. Heavy shots. The corners are asking for more shots, more volume. They're all landing. Shots to the face.
They're getting closed in, and it's all send from both
Ooh,
sides
heavy
all the
shot.
time. And we're back into a clinch.
Leg for head, head for leg. They are exhausted, but still delivering.
And it's still big strikes coming out. No wasted effort. Oh, he sent him right back with that. That was excellent. Oh, what a round.
Fantastic display. Now I'm very curious to see the result of it. both exhausted as hell.
Yeah.
Kept it standing for 3 rounds straight, delivering furious shots.
And what shots though? I think that's the most consistently we've seen big, heavy scoring shots thrown one after another.
Yeah, we've seen them slow down. We've seen them being very tired at the end, but still delivering heavy, delivering very cautious. There were no random shots, not dragging anything. These are proficient fighters.
Yeah, they weren't baiting each other out towards the end there. It was all gas, all big strikes. Everything that hit was probably counted there. And that probably makes an easier job for the judges. But
they were both landing though. But indeed, in the round 3, Dom was delivering with the same pace as Paweł Karczewski, and some of his shots were really pushing his opponent back, and it must make a mark on the judges' scorecard, because whenever you hit and your opponent goes backwards, it sends not only him to the list, but sends the message, and a strong one.
Like the final rally there, I think Dom struck him in the head and he fell back, bounced off the list. It's a good look to the judges.
We definitely know he was behind on the first round. He might have won the third. That was a close fight.
Tą walkę po 3-rundowym pojedynku wygrywa Paweł Markus Karczewski!
But it's the Polish gatekeeper of the ranks, number 4 in lightweight division, Paweł Karczewski, stopping Big Dom Mehew.
The gatekeeper's not opening the gate today. That was a very good fight. But it was probably closer on the scorecards as we got towards the end of the rounds there, but excellent effort on both fighters.
Shouldn't have Dom weighed in the first round. Might have been very different though.
Absolutely.
Paweł Karczewski, the winner of the second fight, in the main card of PWR 11.
Paweł, ta walka była super, taka dynamiczna, tyle tych uderzeń, zmieniałeś płaszczyzny. A ja mam wrażenie, że ja mógłbym nie oglądać tej walki i wiedziałbym, jak przebiegała tylko i wyłącznie słuchając twojego narożnika.
I ja również. Nie. Dzięki. Narożnik naprawdę zrobił robotę. 90% tego, co trenerzy powiedzieli, żeby zrobić, udało się zrobić i wygrać.
Te kombinacje były też wyćwiczone, przetrenowane na treningach, ponazywane uderzenia. Słyszałem, teraz uderz 2, teraz 1.
Tak, dokładnie tak. Regularne treningi, dużo pracy włożone w przygotowania do tej walki i się opłaciło.
Czy Domonic zaskoczył cię czymś w tej walce?
No dobrym podstawami zapaśniczymi, w czym zdecydowanie był lepszy ode mnie. Na szczęście udało mi się to wszystko wybronić, no bo mogłoby być ciężko.
Gratulujemy ci kolejnego zwycięstwa w rekordzie. Paweł Markus Karczewski!
Paweł Karczewski victorious in this fight, keeping his...
Tymczasem zapraszamy Państwa na kolejne 15 minut przerwy, a później przechodzimy do dania głównego dzisiejszego wieczoru.
Paweł Karczewski celebrating his victory in this beautiful Grunwald Arena. Fantastic cornerman supporting his win. We've seen Emil Gus, very happy for his protege, Emil Gus, middleweight champion of PWR.
It really goes to show what support can really mean to you. Because having a really good corner can be the difference in a lot of fights. Especially when you get on the road and you're traveling about, sometimes you can end up in places without a dedicated cornerman or in Bohut with no support, and that it does make life a lot more difficult.
It's hard to be a single fighter just traveling around the world and looking for fights without any support. Now, of course, fighting here in his home turf with massive support really makes the difference. But also at this level, it's already professional fighters traveling with their crews, with their trainers, sparring partners, and people who know them very well, know their limits and how to push them. Yeah. It's very critical at the top level of this competition.
Yeah, having a cornerman that knows you and your capabilities and is on the watch for what you need to do in the next rounds can be the difference. Just having someone there to tell you to do what you do and how to do it is essential.
Yeah, but we've seen definitely a clash of styles. One delivering heavy on volume and pressure of shots, the other one basing on strong, heavy delivery of those. Although both were striking heavy and both were relying mostly on striking, it was up to couple of key actions in this fight that made the difference. First round was definitely the feeling out process, but definitely Paweł Karczewski got the better of it, and potentially that won him the fight.
Yeah, I think he got to business a lot quicker, and he found his range and didn't let it sit. You've only got 3 minutes. It feels like eternity when you're in there, but you've only got 3 minutes and you've got to make it work.
Oh yeah, you can always make up for any drawback in round 2 and 3 and make a more significant impact, but you have to win through it. And Paweł Karczewski, although winning the first round, also was keeping it rather light if it comes to stamina spending.
Yep.
So he kept his energy still going, and as we said, they were brawling heavy at the very end. Now that was a treat to watch.
Yeah, it's really good when fighters have got it left in the tank when it gets to the end to really put on a show and keep throwing down. It's really impressive. Some of the better strikes of the entire fight, I think, will come in the last 30 seconds there.
We'll have a couple of fights still to go with heavyweights on display. Kari, Kivisto and Michał Głowacki coming up next after a short break. Three more fights to go in this PWR 11 Winter versus Nowiński event. Now with heavyweights coming up next, co-main event, Johnny Porter, Bogdan Raczyński. Now this is going to be a fantastic fight, the title eliminator, and the main event, Winter versus Nowiński. Now this is going to be a fantastic fight. What might start as two champions fighting, a saga fighting, because this is not a championship fight, but they will, I think, shortly meet for a championship fight, a belt fight.
Yeah, but next we got the heavyweights, and this is why I'm interested in. This is my category, so I'm always interested to see how the competition are fighting. On the cards there, it's some big weights coming in there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they will fight.
Yeah, and of course, I think Bogusz is also watching who might be coming up next for his heavyweight PWR belt. Now, he has been a dominating force in the sport, but Kari Kivisto came up quite close to beating the champion. Of course, not close enough. Now he'll have a chance to solidify his #1 contender position against ranking up quickly Michał Głowacki.
Yeah, he's got to keep his claim on that championship fight. So there's a lot to fight for here. As you say, he's been a dominating force, the champion, for so long now. But people can't stop challenging him. At some point, someone's got to keep fighting him, otherwise he's going to get bored.
And these gentlemen fight in all competitions, not only in pro fights, but also in Bohurt, also in group categories. They're super heavy, super strong. This is what makes the difference in group fighting. So they know they have to be the key player, and having this confidence in their skill, their strength, is a massive booster in the list. We will see clash of steel, clash of strength.
Ogłoszenie parafialne. Kierowca czerwonej Skody jest proszony o przestawienie samochodu, gdyż zatarasował komuś innemu wyjazd. Dziękuję.
Tune in, you guys. PWR, send in your donations, super chats, any support you want to be able, or you can do is going to be appreciated, and it helps us do more events, okay? So please, donate to the cause.
Hi, it's Jenny Haypen from the UK here at PWR.
Make a donation, make a super chat so these events can keep on running. Support the cause.
Przygotujcie się na starcie w kategorii Open. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3-minutowe rundy. Szranki wzywam Michał Hightower Głowacki.
Hightower making his entrance to the PWR list. Now these are the big boys that will deliver heavy shots.
Absolutely.
We've seen Hightower really improve his game plan, his fencing, his overall wrestling, especially in the defensive area throughout the last season. Now he wants to go up to the top. His number 2 contender wanting to climb to number 1 spot and challenge Bogusz for the PWR Heavyweight Championship.
That's a great hunger. It's a great thing to be looking for.
Będzie Kari Kivisto.
Kari Kivisto making his way to the PWR main card, coming off from Finland. He will have almost a 20 kilograms difference with his opponent, with Michał Głowacki being much heavier. Let's see.
Niebieski, 35-letni, 197 cm wzrostu, 127 kg wagi, 5 zwycięstw, 2 porażki, 1 remis, 4 nokauty na koncie. Klub Jaśnic oraz Legenda Północy, miasto Bydgoszcz, Polska, numer 2, kategorii ciężkiej, Federacji PWR, Michał Hightower Głowacki. A jego przeciwnikiem w narożniku czerwonym 36-letni, 108 kg, 185 cm wzrostu, 3 wygrane, 2 porażki, 1 knockout na koncie. To bestia Armigeri, Habry, Finlandia, numer 1, kategorii ciężkiej PWR, Kari Kivisto. Runda pierwsza. Walka.
And we're off with the heavyweight collision. Oh, starting heavy
Right
indeed.
there. Heavy aggressive start from Hightower.
Ooh, he's finding already the range for his steel buckler to hitting Kari Kivisto's helmet.
Showing a good range of discipline as well. He's already been throwing his knees, punches, sword strikes. Good diversity of attacks.
Both now looking for some trips and takedowns. Lots of dirty boxing and some knees in the clinch.
Oh yeah, very explosive start.
But you can already see that Hightower is using his increased weight. But now
Oh,
he's being taken
takedown.
down. Great hip toss.
Oh, he came very close to rolling that over, but the experience showed
Heavy
out.
shots delivered from the ground.
Excellent ground fight there as well.
Fantastic scramble, but Kari Kivisto maintains his top position. Delivers some shots. Ooh, heavy shots to the back now.
Staying engaged on the bottom there after such a takedown shows a lot of grit and determination, but he needs to get his head up now.
This gauntlet is finding
get
soft spots in Michał Głowacki's armor.
Can he keep control of this position?
They will remain from the stand-up. And Kari Kivisto wastes no time to...
All gas straight back in. Clearing that hand off. Some very good experience on display here. Getting into that clinch and both looking down at the legs. They're both looking for that easy takedown, but it's not coming.
Kari Kivisto wanted to intercept head of Głowacki, but he just postured up and it was unable for him to break down Hightower.
But Hightower's keeping up a good flow of attacks constantly as well. Shows that he's it's not just technical knowledge, but his understanding of how to win the fight.
That's true, but Kari Kivisto now finding his rhythm also with head movement and avoiding the heaviest of the shots, going now for again for some hip tosses.
Well, Hightower has learned, and he avoided that takedown again.
Yeah, he didn't give in for the wrestling exchange there.
Yeah.
Maintained composure and managed to defend the takedown.
He's getting some very good positions here, but he's not putting the strikes in while they're on the feet. He had a very good go while they're on the floor, but he needs to be putting more in while they're standing.
He is shots on the way, though.
Oh.
Again, only partially delivered. Great head movement from Kivisto.
I wouldn't want to have eaten that straight on.
Oh, no.
We're warming up a bit, more strikes coming in from the clinch.
Knees, uppercuts.
10 seconds.
It's a very different vocabulary you got to use when you get in close like that. Ooh.
Round one in the books.
Very
with
exciting
massive takedown from Kari Kivisto. Managed very well to maintain the stop position and deliver some heavy shots. Now, back of the rib cage for Michał Głowacki must be bruised at this stage, draining some stamina. Definitely, they will slow down a bit going into round 2 and 3, but let's see how much power they will still be showcasing in the upcoming rounds.
Excellent tempo in that first round as well. Often as you go up the weight category, sometimes the fights slow down, but that was a really good, real good tempo from beginning to end. Constant big shots, wrestling, dirty boxing, excellent round.
You usually think with heavyweights that it's going to be
10 sekund do końca przerwy.
quite slow, quite manageable if it comes to the pace, but number 1 and 2 in the heavyweight division prove that it's going to be very dynamic.
Walka.
Round 2, and again going straight to the close distance. Ultimately, Kari Kivisto wants to nullify this reach difference by going very close into the pocket, either to the clinch or to very close quarter battle. Great,
excellent takedown.
Great trip, and again on the ground. But he used the list to help himself put Michał Głowacki on the ground. Not allowed. The marshal is recognizing that and standing up both fighters, giving a warning not to hold the list.
So you can lean onto the list or do what we call a chicken wing, where your elbow dips below it, but you're not allowed to wrap around and use it for advantage.
Yeah, we don't want the fighters just be hanging on the list and stalling the fight with meaningless wrestling. Only dynamic exchanges allowed. This is what we want to see. Kivisto putting on much pressure, but now Głowacki looking for trip. Managed to reverse the position very well.
Yeah, he's certainly not just being passive in these grapples, but what a lovely take.
Great trip. Knee pressure. Oh, he looks hurt.
He does.
It might be close to finishing.
Is this it? Can he keep up this aggression? He's not reacting.
Big hammer fist from Kivisto. Will he finish this
Nothing
off?
coming from the bottom. There's no answer.
The referee is calling it off. It's over.
Oh, wow.
Kari Kivisto by the way of knockout.
Look at that, how quickly it can turn.
I think Głowacki was going down already hurt, and what was delivered later only finished it off.
A really good rapid takedown, followed up by those, as we said earlier, those knees to the body. Just dropping them down when there's just the earth underneath you, nothing to take any of the sting out. No movement, just a pure 150 kilos of force diving down into your ribs and diaphragm.
First of all, he delivered strong knee to the body and finished it off with massive hammer fists.
Yeah, you can't let up at any point. I've had people ask me why you can follow down. You keep striking on the floor. You can't let up. If you give your opponent just a moment to recover, they can do so. But that was an excellent finish.
What looked like a try of reversal was actually Michał Głowacki being very hurt due to this takedown, due to this ground and pound.
Yeah, body
going
shots,
up,
no joke.
but still very hurt. his high tower and celebrating and showing respect to his opponent, Kari Kivisto, the winner of tonight's fight.
Tą walkę poprzez knockout w rundzie drugiej wygrywa Kari Kivisto!
Closing the distance, executing perfectly whatever takedown was possible and delivering strong ground and pound was the name of the game for Kari Kivisto.
Absolutely, and well executed with great composure the entire time.
I feel tired by just looking at this fight. I cannot imagine how much energy it costed you to do that on the ground.
Yeah, obviously he's a heavy guy, so it took a lot, yeah, take him down. But I managed to do it eventually, yeah.
You were prepared for 3 rounds, or you wanted to finish earlier?
Well, I don't know. I thought that maybe in 2 rounds, maybe, and it was good. Yeah.
And those knees on the ground, did you train those particular moves, or it just happened in the fight?
Well, it just happened, and of course I saw an opportunity to drop the knee, so I took it. Yeah.
So who will be your next opponent?
I don't know yet. Maybe that's for the email to decide, I guess.
You have someone on your eyes, or nope?
What?
You are having an opponent in your thoughts, or not yet?
No, not just this moment. No.
Okay, thank you, Kari Kivisto.
Kari Kivisto, the winner of this fight, not calling anyone out, but executed his game plan exactly. Second round, knockout.
And we see why was his game plan, because the opening up of that round, the first round, because Hightower went out with good tempo, some really good strikes using that range. So you can see why having a game plan for your opponent is so important. But we still see it's not easy work. Even though he had the plan, he'd done what he had to do.
A teraz pora na co-main event dzisiejszej gali PWR 11, którego zwycięzca otrzyma miano pierwszego pretendenta do walki o pas kategorii średniej PWR. Przygotujcie się na starcie w kategorii średniej do 84 kg. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3 3-minutowe rundy. W szranki wzywam mistrz świata kategorii średniej, Bohurt International, globalny heros walk rycerskich, niepokonany w zawodowym ringu, Johny, the Vagabond Porter.
Johnny Porter making his way to the PWR list for the first time, but definitely a veteran of the sport. Some call him the greatest of all time. Definitely a dominant force across divisions, across continents. This is a top fighter. One of the most decorated ones to fight on tonight's card.
And an exciting fighter to watch. A very dynamic fighter with a full range of skills behind him. I'm very interested to see what he can pull out today.
A jego przeciwnikiem będzie wojownik z Wielkopolski, który nie przebiera w przeciwnikach. Jego każdy cios waży, a każdy krok przybliża do upragnionej wiktorii. Bogdan, potęga stali, Raczyński.
The power of steel, Bogdan Raczyński making his way to face Johnny Porter. Now Bogdan Raczyński had a very tough, very close fight with Emil Gus, PWR middleweight champion for the middleweight belt. Coming off of this loss, he already fought a couple of times, already finished off some very strong opponents and competition that many would say world class. Now for Bogdan Raczyński, scoring a knockout just last week, coming for this fight, still looking fresh. This is an exciting bout that we're about to see.
Last week, there's going to be no ring rust on him. He's going to be primed and ready to go.
W narożniku niebieski, 30-letni, 186 cm wzrostu, 84 kg wagi, 11 zwycięstw, 0 porażek, 6 nokautów na koncie. The Vagabonds, USA, mistrz świata kategorii średniej Federacji Bohurt International, kapitan reprezentacji walk rycerskich USA, niepokonany Johny, The Vagabond Porter. A w narożniku czerwonym 29-letni, 185 cm wzrostu, 82 kg wagi, 8 zwycięstw, 6 porażek, 2 nokauty na koncie. Klub KSR, miasto Leszno, Polska, numer 1 kategorii średniej PWR, Bogdan, potęga talii, Raczyński. Runda pierwsza, walka.
Both fighters showing great respect towards one another, but waste no time to engage in this co-main event of the evening.
Yeah, a very aggressive posturing stance from Johnny straight away, keeping him on his toes. Very good snappy jab there.
Oh, you can already hear heavy shots being delivered. Small steel bucklers, providing very little cover, but fantastic offensive opportunities there.
The tempo here is exhausting to watch. It is constant. Not a second is going by without a strike or an attempt of some sort going out, and it is a real good
Ooh,
start.
heavy shots.
This sort of fight is a counter's nightmare. Yeah, we got into the corner, and you're going to see what sort of clinch work we've got. Good knees coming in.
Johnny is very proficient in this pressure type of fighting where he got his opponent against the list, especially good if it's in a corner. Oh. And now he has Bogdan where he wants.
Oh,
looking for a trip.
Saved by the list there, I think. I think Johnny's been called out for grabbing hold of the list there.
Both fighters being warned not to grab the list.
Keeping it high and low. The strikes don't stop even though they're in a clinch. It's really good to see.
Pressure and grappling heavy round one. Ooh, strong strike from Bogdan.
Yeah, that caused a bit.
You're looking to disconnect with a heavy shot. Ooh,
very good counter there.
Great defense and answer from Johnny.
Absolutely astounding head movement coming out. Oh,
strong strikes, great head movement from Porter. Now looking for even better grappling opportunity.
Not only a great head movement, but the way he used it to get into the grapple was fantastic. Oh. Some really good counter striking coming out here. Sort of shots that are still rocking helmets.
Johnny rarely fights with the sword. It's usually an axe that he sports, but tonight we see a very great sword play in display from Johnny Porter. Now, great head movement to again close the distance and engage in this grappling exchanges.
And despite these being lighter fighters, these are some of the strongest sounding strikes that we've had.
Oh, yeah.
Like we can hear them up here. It's very impressive.
Especially this one delivered straight to the face of Bogdan. And again, he just looks for this opportunity where to deliver very, very heavy strike.
Nothing's going unanswered. I think Johnny's baiting back into the corner there. Can he take him?
Bogdan is overreaching with his left cross or upper hand. Now, this telegraphing is quite clear to Johnny, so he evades just in time and is able to deliver some of his own.
Yeah, fantastic round that. But as you're saying, where he's pulling his head back and he's slipping it in, that's given him a lot of routes into these grapples, also some really devastating counter strikes.
Where Johnny usually had the most success was his pressure executed with grappling and a takedown. Now, he wasn't able to capitalize on this one, although there was plenty of pressure, no ground fighting, no takedown seen. Bogdan very good in takedown defense, but eating plenty of heavy strikes.
There were some fantastic takedown attempts over in this corner, and I think Bogdan kept himself up by planting his face on the list at one point, which is a good defense.
That's correct. The arena saved Bogdan for a while, but Johny fantastically adjusted and put more pressure and relied more on his striking, especially with his sword, which we never seen displayed so much on his side. Will Bogdan, though, adjust to this level of opponent? Round 2 is up.
And there's no let up. We're still on the gas. Great endurance by both fighters.
Bogdan receiving heavy shots.
Yeah,
Bogdan already in the back foot, in the corner.
Yeah, Johnny's just sending that jab straight up the middle. He keeps catching him with it. And Johnny's using the knees to get his feet light.
I got to train just for a very short while with Johnny Porter, and I saw that his explosiveness is on another level. Fantastically countered takedown with a takedown of his own. Now he lands almost in a full mount. Let's see what will we be able to deliver from this position.
I think he's got his half guard wrapped around his far leg there.
Might be, but keeping his position up to deliver some strikes. He's finding soft
there.
spots, yes.
Yeah, excellent control. Lovely, lovely strikes. Bogdan staying active. He's keeping his defense up. But
ooh, soft spot found by Johnny.
yes, that's what we were talking about earlier, those shots that don't make a sound. It doesn't look terrifying, but over the course of minutes, that's going to erode your ability to move around.
Yeah, but if it's a shot to the waist, it's going to be very tricky now for him to move as easily as he was. They continue from the stand-up. Bogdan now showcasing much more head movement, avoiding a couple of strikes from Johnny.
He's going in for the clinch. He's got that back of the head held quite tightly. Oh, good hook.
That's some nasty, nasty, dirty boxing.
Yeah, he's keeping up some very good pressure, and I think he's forcing Bogdan into making decisions that he doesn't want to make. Ooh, good leg shots there.
Johnny is looking as fresh as he was in round 1, but Bogdan is adjusting quite well now. Haven't slowed down, delivering way more and defending more. Now it's going to be an interesting fight going to the second and potentially third round.
Yeah, see, Johnny's getting very surgical with the strikes that he puts out now. You can see him really lining up.
We can hear them groaning from underneath the helmets because of the heavy strikes being delivered.
Yeah, it's a non-enviable position to be in. Johnny's stuck in the corner there. He's not going to be able to get much of a takedown from there.
Very clinch-heavy game plan from Johnny Porter, but Bogdan adjusting very nicely.
Knee for knee, it's always a dangerous game.
Bogdan looking for a takedown of his own now.
Yeah, very nearly snuck onto his back there, but Johnny managed
He got
to get
his leg.
back.
He's trying to extend it. Johnny reads it well, defends it as well.
Oh, but he has snatched his head down. Can he get the pressure through this and break Johnny's spine?
Oh, that's a terrible position just to be in. Drains a lot of power. Both fighters pummeling very intelligently. These are skilled grapplers.
Yeah, it's a real chess game of a clinch going on here.
Bogdan looking quite tired. He took his time to disengage from the corner now.
Yeah.
He got some thinking to do in the break. Now let's hope for the corner to bring up the spirit. Bogdan is still in this fight. He was adjusting well, but he will have to do something very dominant, very impactful in this third round to take the scores from the judges. Because currently, I'm afraid that Johnny might be very much ahead.
I think he's been pulling away consistently throughout the round, but that takedown reversal into a strong position and good, solid, controlled shots.
As you said, Johny is very consistent with strikes. He delivers them
10 sekund
constantly.
do końca przerwy.
He mixes it up very nicely with grappling, but it's all to deliver more shots.
And it's all very methodical. Like, you can see his
I
eyes through
runda
his wall
trzecia.
It's not grappling for grappling, it's
No.
all to secure better position for more shots.
You can see him just walking him back towards that corner step by step. Oh, what a shot.
That was an impactful one, although it's just being a jab, but with this steel buckler, that's always something.
They're very unforgiving.
Ooh, good exchange from both fighters. Bogdan is throwing haymakers.
Yeah, he's starting to get a bit more loose and wild, looking for bigger strikes. And his guard is starting to drop down.
Bogdan is finding his distance.
Are we going to see another takedown?
Big takedown
Yes.
attempt. It's Johny still on top.
He's got a hold of Johnny's head, so I'm not sure what sort of good he's going to make of it. Are we just going to lay and pray, or is
I
it going
think
to change?
Bogdan is doing all he can to nullify any striking opportunities from Johny, from this very ungrateful bottom guard.
Yeah, he's taken mount now.
He might be even fully mounted.
And that's opened him up to be able to deliver some liver shots.
Ooh. Johny improving position and finding the slot to hit.
Yeah, that's going to be an exhausting
They will
experience he's
remain.
gone through.
Sorry, they will resume from the stand-up. You can hear the root for Johny. Bogdan took his time to get up.
Yeah.
Oh,
goes
you can
straight
see
back
he's
in.
quite tired already.
Sometimes it's the hardest part when the fight starts.
He's
going
still in
away
the
from
fight,
you.
spirit unbroken, delivering shots.
Ooh, that was a...
Johny tried to avoid a strike, but got hit in the back.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, he's got
Bogdan
his head
still
down there.
striking, still delivering. Johny looking for another takedown,
Are we gonna
perhaps.
get a hump and dump here? No, not yet. See, I think Johny knows he's probably ahead, and he's staying calm and composed. He's not rushing things.
But not letting Bogdan go anywhere near ahead.
Ooh.
And delivers great, yet again, hip toss, landing inside mount.
And straight over into mount.
You can hear Buckler finding his way to the Bogdan's helmet.
Yeah, I think Bogdan had his sword around his back and was trying to pull him in, but that
Yeah.
just gave him the opportunity to take his head.
Tried to clinch and secure a better position, but he's eating shots.
Oh, but he secured his arms now. So we're going to...
And another head back.
Yep. Use what you've got.
They'll be stood up potentially for the last time. Third round, almost done, but none of the fighter is.
For what he's gone through, he's getting up.
Bogdan
quite
is
easily.
still up,
He's still in this
relentlessly
fight.
bringing the fight to Johny.
Yeah, he's in this fight till the end. Some good strikes coming out still.
10 seconds.
Strong effort.
Last thing's good shots
Neither
from
of them
both
giving up.
ends.
Come on. Full send till the last second. And he stays on his feet. And delivers good shots to Johny.
Great scramble,
Good
great
effort.
brawl at the end. Fantastic fight. That was a relentless pressure. Heavy shots on both ends and great spirit from both fighters.
To the last second. That is really good to see.
And although this was one of the toughest challenges for Johny Porter, it looked like he cleanly was ahead in every round, securing every key position, every takedown, every exchange. He was always one step ahead, countering whatever Bogdan was bringing on the plate. Fantastic display of both ground game, clinch, grappling, and striking alike.
Yeah, that was a tough full fight as well. Bogdan did not give in easily, and he was going till the last second there. Some of the big strikes he was throwing in the last 10 seconds were really good.
The judges have made up their mind. Now Krzysztof Olczak will give us the official decision.
Tą walkę po 3-rundowym pojedynku wygrywa Johny the Vagabond! Porter!
Johnny Porter being the winner of the co-main event of PWR 11, making a fantastic debut, and what a way to showcase his skill, prowess, and world dominance in medieval combat.
It must have been tough, all those travel, coming here, watching all the fights, and then giving this beautiful performance. How did you make it?
I loved it. Thank you, Poland, for everything. Thank you, Bogdan, for being a great opponent, and PWR for setting it up.
Did Bogdan was a tougher opponent than you expected?
No, I expected a very tough fight. You know, I knew he was going to be hard to put away, hard to take down, hard to strike with, so I got everything I expected.
Your game plan was the ground and pound?
It was to strike with him until he clinched and then go for the takedown.
And it worked beautifully. Who will be your next opponent?
I would like the honor of facing Screwball Emil Goose in PWR for the belt. Where's he at?
Emil! He's coming, John. It looks like we have a face-off. Emil Goose i Johnny Porter!
Johnny Porter, a winner of the co-main event, and an immediate call-out to PWR reigning champion Emil Goose, which is going to result most likely in a PWR middleweight championship fight between Screwball and the Vagabond.
What a fight that will be. I'm excited for that already.
Cannot wait.
Się na starcie w limicie umownym 105 kg pomiędzy czołowymi zawodnikami reprezentacji Polski i Wielkiej Brytanii. Walka zakontraktowana jest na 3-minutowe rundy. W szranki wzywam absolutnie nieprzewidywalny, potężnie zbudowany olbrzym z Olsztyna, który potrafi zakończyć walkę jedną akcją. Kacper Junior Nowiński!
Kacper Nowiński Jr. making his way to the PWR 11 main event.
And this is one I'm excited for.
Kacper Nowiński's debut in the Federation resulted in one of the best highlight reels that we ever had. Looking forward to this fight very much.
A jego przeciwnik to legenda walk rycerskich Wielkiej Brytanii, którego precyzyjny i wyrachowany styl doprowadził do pasa mistrzowskiego Federacji PWR. Daniel Winter!
And here comes Dan. I've known Dan for years. He's a very good friend of mine. So I'm personally hoping this is the hardest fight of his life.
No belt on the line, but definitely a fight for the ranks fight that will go down in the history cards of the PWR Federation. Now I can see already who you might be rooting for. Ready?
Well, you see,
26-latek, 96 kg, 189 cm wzrostu, 3 wygrane, 1 porażka na koncie, 2 nokauty. Miasto Olsztyn, Polska, numer 2, kategorii półciężkiej, PWR, Kacper Junior Nowiński. A w narożniku czerwonym 35-letni, 180 cm wzrostu, 92 kg, 35 wygranych, 8 porażek, 3 remisy, 2 nokauty na koncie. Klub White Company, miasto Nottingham, Wielka Brytania, wicemistrz świata Federacji Pochód International, kapitan reprezentacji walk rycerskich Wielkiej Brytanii, PWR Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Daniel Winter. Droga pierwsza, walka.
And we are straight off. As the evening comes in, we're going to be able to see the sparks flying from these powerful strikes from these good generating power fighters. And it's a good consistency. The strikes are flowing. See, Dan's got a good style of very robust, rounded strikes that flow into each other very well. And we are moving around the ring quite a lot as well.
First round for the feeling out process.
Some excellent movement from both fighters. Excellent swordsmanship from both fighters coming out here.
Almost 100 kilo each, but still very light on their feet. Shot for shot. Now, no one is being left short of these combinations and these exchanges.
No, absolutely not.
But I think Dan is already being a little ahead, and Kacper Nowiński is feeling those shots to legs.
Yeah, Dan's throwing in some really good shots to the legs. He's controlling the center of the list and just sending it a bit more consistently, I think.
He's working very well with the distance being just outside of Kacper's range and being in the range whenever he wants it. Great feints to deliver shots either to legs or head. Ooh, heavy one to the head.
Keeping a very good balanced stance there. And
I think
Kacper
he even
work
left a
around him.
mark on the dome of the helmet.
Ooh,
that's heavy. Ooh, heavy now to the knee.
And he's keeping it up. He's keeping the threat up, moving him back. He's getting his back to the list just from threats of throwing strikes out, which was very good.
Although being much heavier in this fight, Kacper Nowiński is on the back foot, is keeping his distance, not putting any pressure on Dan. And Dan is delivering heavy.
He is. You see, if you look at his weapon, it's just about as long as his opponent's, but front heavy as well, which takes some skill to use.
I think every shot is finding his mark. And you can hear it very well.
Excellent combinations. And as you say, they're all striking, and that minute after minute of just every shot finding its way through your guard can be very demoralizing.
It's dead silent in the arena. Everyone is on the edge of their seat watching this fight, and you can hear the thuds and thunders of these bombs being delivered from Dan.
Yeah, again, like we can hear them up here. They're big strikes coming in, and the consistency of it. He's not rushing.
10 seconds.
They're taking their time.
Just wanted to say that it was only sword play up until this point, but remaining 10 seconds.
Yeah.
What a brawl from both.
Yeah, it just goes to show if Kacper gets the opportunity, he's got plenty in the tank to start throwing down.
Yeah, but round one, although it was a feeling out process, was only Winter, only Dan delivering 100% of his shots. A small buckler, definitely not an advantage for Nowiński, and he's not utilizing any wrestling, any explosiveness that he's known for.
No, he's not been able to get in there yet, but in the last 10 seconds, he found his way in. That might revitalize him a bit and remind him what he's got to do.
But I think at this stage, everyone is now aware that it's not going to be the striking and definitely not the fencing that might be the level where Nowiński will win this fight. He definitely needs to look for some dirty, devastating techniques, especially those that will result in ground fighting.
Yeah, he can't get himself back into a corner anymore, and he can't stay in that awkward, just out of range stage that he's in.
Runda druga.
Straight back in. Is the game going to change? He's defending well. Good combinations coming out from both fighters. I think Kacper's being a bit more offensive now, and he's putting more output out and better defensively.
The corner of the Polish fighter is asking for more combinations, more shots, but he's definitely outmatched in this field, and you can already see that his legs are hurt. He's trying to move them away.
Ooh, good
but
hand shot.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hand shots are often forgotten by a lot of fighters because they look for the bigger, more dramatic shots. But over the course of 3, 6, 9 minutes of someone just banging away on your knuckles can have a real devastating effect.
Ooh, heavy to the leg again.
I think he's really got to close this distance down if he wants to change the outcome here. Oh, he's looking for it. He's finding it. Oh.
Kacper is taunting his opponent. He was looking to bring up pressure, but that's when Dan showed off great footwork and pivoting left and right, not to be entangled. Oh, but now he's
got him to the list.
His inside.
But he turned it.
Pommeled indeed, out of the risk.
Now let's see how their wrestling matches up.
Ooh,
good
strong
punch.
Short right hand delivered by Dan.
What have we got? Arm failure, another thumb popped off.
Yeah. I think that was part of the grappling exchange that resulted in an armor failure.
Eagle eyes by the marshal there. That could easily be a very unfortunate injury. So
also great awareness from the fighters to notice this failure. Being fully aware of your armor condition is what keeps you in the fight. At this level, it's really necessary to be fully aware of both the fight, the surrounding, and your armor.
And your opponent's armor.
Oh yeah.
Because now if there's just armor held on by tape, it can pay to...
Dan goes straight away to punishing these legs, but now Kacper is finding his range.
Yeah, he's had enough of just getting hit and he's going to go to work. This is an unfortunate position for Dan. He wants to avoid getting head ripped now or hump and dump.
Looking heavy for a takedown.
Yeah, but he's got out of it, I think, and he's still putting strikes out.
Lots of pressure, but not much of an effect.
No.
And Dan is out of the corner, reverse the position. Now he's looking for a takedown of his own.
Yeah, he's going out there with that big, wide, heavy base, keeping himself safe.
Daniel Winter being the captain of Team Great Britain, being a fantastic board fighter, knowing very well wrestling and judo techniques. Not an easy target for a takedown.
No. I mean, he is all right, I suppose, yeah. Oh, and he's straight on the offensive there, hunting down the strikes.
10 seconds.
Last 10 seconds, we're going to get another flourish out here. Or are we saving it for the third round?
I think Kacper knows he will not succeed in this round 2 anymore.
Yep, he wasn't going to win the fight in those last 10 seconds.
Kacper is behind 2 rounds, quite dominant advantage for Daniel Winter. It's now the chase for the knockout. The question is, how much is left in the tank for Kacper Nowiński? He's coming off of a short break due to injury. He's looking for this flourish, as you said. He's looking to close the distance quickly. But Dan being very composed, keeping his guard high, being very aware, very active in this takedown defense.
So if you're in Kacper's corner right now, what are you telling him?
10 sekund do końca przerwy.
Oh, that's hard. I'm a striker myself, but in this case, you go for the takedown, but you cannot go at random. You have to look for opportunity, but Dan keeps his distance exactly where he wants it.
The wrestler, if they start going for these Hail Mary takedowns, we've seen it before where you put too much in and you end up on the bottom.
Third and final round in this main event of PWR 11. Winter versus Nowiński. It all comes down to this round. Dan already seen delivering constantly heavy shots, controlling the center of the list.
And his tempo of strikes has remained consistent from first round, second round to now. He hasn't changed.
He's slowing down his shots only to taunt his opponent and deliver heavy behind these.
Oh, those leg shots, you'll notice he's getting just above the knee, just where the arm's that little bit weaker, a little bit less covering. He's getting very precise with where he's put them in.
Fantastic movement from Dan. Although some being answered by Nowiński, but it is not something that will win him this fight. He needs to deliver strong.
He's going to get nothing out of waiting, just out of range here. I think he's really got to put something
Now
on.
it's all for the knockout.
Yeah, he's got to put
for
something
Nowiński.
special out now and pull it out of the bag.
His corner is telling him there's nothing to lose. You have to go for the knockout.
And Dad's just holding him at bay still with the same simple combinations, hitting the same spots with the same pain.
Yeah, and this almost Philly shell that you know from boxing is working very well with a falchion and a buckler, and this is what we're seeing from Dan. Now he took a sneaky shot and delivered it to the armpit of Nowiński. This is very demotivating, debilitating for his opponent.
This is it. He knows he's got to close in, but every time he take a step, he's getting hit in a new and interesting place.
Dan is picking his shots and picking his opponent apart 3 rounds consistently. What a display from the champion.
Yeah, he really has shown why he's at that position and why there's a C next to his name.
Heavy shots.
And he doesn't slow down.
Yeah, Kacper has no response to that.
Absolutely no answer at all. That was a very sneaky shot there where he went round for the hand. He tucked it in, hit him on the bottom of the gauntlet.
He delivered 2 heavy shots and moved out of the way. Now Kacper got Daniel where he won him, but was not able to capitalize.
Pressure up.
Good left hand from Dan. Frustrated Nowiński, doesn't know what to do.
But he's still
to
going
close
in.
this one.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow,
heavy.
And he's recommitting. Let's see it. Can he pull something out in the twilight minutes?
And that's it.
Oh, what a show.
A clean showcase of swordsmanship and great footwork and great takedown defense from Daniel Winter. A very clean victory is what I can only expect from the judges' scorecard for this one. Not happy with his performance. Kacper, Nowiński, they both know whose hand's gonna go up for the PWR.
Very frustrating style to fight against, and there will be no living with him tonight. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no. Tiring was this pursuit of Dan, but no quarter left from Dan. No way in, apart from the 2 flurries that resulted in a clinch that were quickly reversed by Dan.
Yeah, he had his style set up, and it was very simple, basic protocol he was going through, but he already had his way out planned. So whenever Kacper was pressing on him, he already had his footwork sorted. He knew what to do to get out of there.
Fantastic duelist is Daniel Winter now, with falchion just flying in the air and chopping through the armor of his opponents. And whenever faced in a wrestling scramble, you know that he's a wrestler at base. Complete fighter, Daniel Winter.
Absolutely.
Waiting for the final time. Olo.
Tą walkę po 3-rundowym pojedynku wygrywa Daniel Winter!
And still the champion.
Still reigning champion, Daniel Winter. Congratulations on your win. What was the hardest part of this one?
He was a big, strong lad. That's what the hardest part of that was. I came out with a little bit of something to prove, because everyone's always going on about my grappling. I win everything through TKOs, I win everything through grappling. So I came out with a bit of a point to prove that I can strike.
You're a beautiful fencer. That was a great techniques, and your corner also helped you a little bit.
They did, yeah. When he came in, I very quickly felt that he was stronger than me. And when somebody is a lot stronger than you, there's always a chance they can just pick you up. So I thought, well, I could reverse this, pin him into the rail, as you saw me do, and then try for takedowns. But I was like, that's going to take loads and loads of energy. And like I said, my point, what I wanted to prove today was my striking. So I thought, you know, I'd counter his wrestling, step back, and then...
And you proved that your striking is on the highest level. Congratulations on your win. Daniel Winter!
And what a performance for the top of our card there. Absolutely amazing fight.
Dziękujemy Państwu za udział w dzisiejszej gali pełnokontaktowych walk rycerskich i zachęcamy do śledzenia kolejnych ruchów Federacji PWR. Kibiców i zawodników zapraszamy do strefy gastronomicznej na after party. Zachęcamy do kupienia oficjalnych koszulek festiwalu Grunwald Arena Cup i zapraszamy na kolejne dni naszego wydarzenia.
PWR 11, Nowiński versus Winter. Fantastic events, loads of heavy shots, fantastic fights, and what an entertaining afternoon and evening we had tonight.
Absolutely amazing stuff. And remember, if you've liked what you've seen tonight and you want to see more of it, please hit that donate button, give what you can, support this organisation so we can get another round of fights like that on the go again.
PWR history in the making, be part of the history being made here in Grunwald Arena. We're here still for 2 more days with Bohurt International, Bohurt fights coming throughout Saturday and Sunday with triathlon duelists, top fighters from around the world fighting here still for 2 more days.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be in the pit tomorrow, so I won't be up here talking to you. But if you want to see more of me, hit me up at More Dangerous every day. Otherwise, your little dentist here will be covering you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being there. Donate, be with us, subscribe, and be with PWR and Grunwald Arena.
Ej, cześć, z tej strony Emil Gus. Wspierajcie nas, uruchomiliśmy donaty. PWR rośnie w siłę, robimy to razem.